the 205th webinar of our Saturday webinar series hosted by Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. So myself, Dr. Rahalia, working as a Managed Fellow. So we are incredibly proud to have organized 200 consecutive webinars covering a broad range of topics related to agri-startup ecosystem, conducted every Saturday since October 10, 2020. So this open webinar series, in contrast to the many training and mentoring program, is more widely accessible and aim to benefit a large number of entrepreneurs and other stakeholders. Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. It is recognized as a center of excellence in agribusiness incubation and acts as a knowledge partner to strengthen, guide, and demonstrate best practices for agribusiness incubators operating under the esteemed Nestle Institute of Agriculture Extension Management. We feel proud to announce that our center has nurtured 847 entrepreneurs and supported 425 startups across various sectors within the agriculture domain. So imagine a place where your ideas are not just heard, but celebrated and honed into high-value proposition. So our comprehensive support system offering expert guidance and specialized training in crucial areas such as agro-processing, post-harvest technologies, value addition, farm mechanization, supply chain management, fishery, animal husbandry, and agri consultancy. So today's webinar is particularly exciting. So we are going to discuss about the theme of artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, and blockchain in agriculture, the future of smart farming. So in order to discuss this topic, we have two speakers with us. So the first speaker is Mr. Hitendra Singh Rathore. So he is the founder of SegriTech. So he is an agri-tech enthusiast pushing technology forward to make agriculture more prosperous. He have experience of working with four successful startups in AI, EdTech, e-commerce, and agri-tech space. Currently, he is the founder of SegriTech and working on inefficiencies in agriculture supply chain at SegriTech using AI and robotics. So with this introduction, let me call Hitendra Singh sir to take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Namaste all. My name is Hitendra Singh. And first of all, thank you so much for taking time to come and join this session on very auspicious day of Ganesh Chaturthi. And I think many of us are very busy in today's days. But thank you so much for taking time and coming forward and joining this session. So my name is Hitendra and I am founder of SegriTech. So what is SegriTech is basically we have started this to remove a lot of inefficiencies of agriculture supply chain for fruits and vegetables. So I myself was working, started my supply chain company in 2020, and later I found that we have to. There are a lot of problems that we can solve to automate the processes and make the whole farming community and agriculture value chain more prosperous. So you see, technology as such is not accessible to farmers and the bottom of the pyramid in the agriculture. So we started making machines for segregation. That's why the name is SegriTech. So we started making machine for quality grading and sorting using compact and affordable machines. So we develop affordable and compact machines for sorting and grading, and to check the quality of the fruits and vegetables on the post-harvest level. So yeah, I think there are some people who are not comfortable in English. So
you can speak in English, no problem.
okay.
So it's your comfort.
So yeah, so we provide these kind of cutting edge technologies like AI and robotics in our machine, and we make it accessible so that farmers and the bottom of the pyramid can also use it and increase their export and grade their fruits and vegetable produce, and also can get good price in the market, because once the produce is well processed and handled in a good manner and packaged well, they can definitely get good price for it, right? So that's what about SegriTech. I will talk a little bit more about SegriTech, but today I more wanted to talk to you about the cutting edge technologies that can be implemented in agriculture, and what is the place where we are standing right now in the world, and what are the demand from the world, what is going to be there after 40 years. So I have taken the timeline of 40 years, and I will go forward and talk about what will happen, what will change in the agricultural landscape in India as well as outside India. but more focus we will do on India, what can be done in India and what is happening right now. So if you see the worldview of agriculture is the single largest employer in the whole out of all the industries, right? 40% of the population works for agriculture, and they make up their livelihood out of this, right? So China is the largest producer of agriculture producers with 1100 million metric ton of produces agri production. After that, India comes, and with 700 million metric ton is the volume that we are producing right now, and then US and Brazil. So right now the problem or the thing that we are focusing right now, or every agriculture enthusiast are worried about, is there will be 9 billion people on earth. 9 billion of the population will be there in 2050, right? So we are increasing, the population is increasing rapidly, and the food production is not rapidly increasing in compared to that. So there could be food scarcity. There could be so many problem around safe food and efficiency in the agriculture. So those kind of problems are there to solve, and definitely there are a lot of stakeholders. There are a lot of people who are trying to solve this. But we will see, in a detail how people are looking at it. So yeah, next slide, please. Yeah. So you see, there are different stakeholders. We will see in the four. I mean, I've broken it down into four major value chain players. This in the whole value chain, there are four people, like the input people. There are production people. There are supply and process people, and then there are retail and consumer, right? So you see, there are like a lot of agri input companies in the Indian agriculture. There are definitely, I have mentioned very less because of less time that we have, and uh, and also in 20 minutes I cannot cover much. So there are a lot of agri input companies who are doing really good, and they are into cutting edge technologies like genetically modified crops, coming up with hybrid seeds and different fertilizers like biofertilizers and all. There are a lot of companies who are working rapidly, and very innovative work is happening right now in the agriculture sector for the input side. But the bigger companies who are emerging right now in India, and a lot of agriculture companies and agri startups are coming into the picture, and the people who are able to make a dent, and they are doing significant work, is like Big Heart. The people, Big Heart is one company, a startup, and one is like Cropin. I think everything who is listening to me, they should definitely go and check about all these companies, what is their work and what innovative elements they are inculcating in their companies and their work for agriculture community, and for landscape of Indian agriculture. So you see, Cropin is very innovative company. Other than that, AgroStar, Stelleps is for livestock management, livestock and like cattle kind of dairy and cattle, those kind of segment. Fasal is also definitely providing technology for input side and for farming, smart farming. With IoT, they are doing really good. On the production side, you see Clover Ventures is one of the company who is really innovative and making a dent on Indian agricultural landscape. And also Urban Kisan is from Hyderabad, two brothers, organic farmers. And there are a lot of individual farmers who are really contributing in the production side of the agriculture value chain, and they are doing natural farming. They are coming up with a lot of innovative seeds, and they are keeping the seeds from so many years, and they are preserving it, and they are trying to share it with all lot of production people and all farmers and different communities. And also there are FPOs who are supported by government, and collectively they are working in the agriculture sector, be it wheat, grains like rice, or be it fruits and vegetables. There are a lot of different categories they are working on. And also on the supply and process side, there are companies like Ninjacart, Dehat, Bijak, Vigro, Irgos. Our food is making collection centers and processing plants nearby the agriculture cluster wherever the production is high. And definitely the Ankur Jain is with us, who has the company called Udyog Yantra and doing mechanization on the supply chain side. Segritech is, I've told earlier also that we are providing the technology to farmers and making it accessible so that they can do the quality inspection at the farm itself, and then from there we can do the traceability and so the problems that we solve is like right now biggest challenges that any country, be it China, US, India, or any country, we all face labor shortage. There's a huge labor shortage. It can be contrarian, and so many people may not agree with me, but I would like to tell you that there are people in Maharashtra is the agriculture hub of India, and there are people from Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, those kind of areas they come from, and they work in Maharashtra. But in festival season, you will be able to see a lot of labor shortage, and those kind of people, they are not very skilled, and they can leave anytime. You cannot monitor them, and it is hard to manage them, the whole manual process. These kind of inefficiencies we are solving by automation, and we are bringing up the smart machine, automatic machines in the quality inspection and grading and sorting, segregation of those kind of things. In later terms, we will be able to upload these data of the quality of fruits and vegetables on the cloud, and we will be able to share it with all the stakeholders so that they can be able to take a right decision at right time about the shelf life, about the quality of produce, whom they can sell to. All those things can be taken care of, and the whole supply chain can be standardized or digitized with solutions like Udyog Yantra, with solutions like Segritech. We are basically setting up the mechanization, so that then on top of that, one layer could be there for smart softwares and blockchain kind of solutions, where traceability and transparency could we can bring into the supply chain. Retail side, Big Basket, Blinkit, Zepto, Country Delight, Milk Mantra. So there is a trend of getting a demand of graded quality of fruits from these people, and there is a I mean, definitely 80 to 90% is of the retail is the cart vendors and the local vendors, right? On the mandi side and different government mandis, market yards. But definitely these players are growing really rapidly, and they are capturing the market a lot. And by this, what can happen is this: they can standardize. They have a role of standardizing the whole supply chain by giving the supply side the exact volume, that this is what we want, right? So whatever metric ton of quantity we want, we can forecast in the sooner time, that this is what we need to produce in this month, or in coming months, or after that season, right? So those kind of thing can be done. We can standardize the whole supply chain using those kind of retail chains and supermarkets. Lot of companies are coming into picture, like all I have mentioned some of the e-commerce that are online, but definitely there are a lot of offline supermarkets, retail chains. They are standardizing the whole supply chain. Next slide, please. So those are the stakeholders, and what technologies they are using is like input side. A lot of people are coming up with biofertilizers, genetically modified crops, as I earlier said, hybrid seeds, nano fertilizers, and nano pesticides. Those kind of technologies they are working on. All the innovative seed companies and fertilizer companies, chemical companies. Definitely, there are people who are building organic fertilizers, and people who are working on soil health as well, on the on very large scale. They are working so that we will be able to get good input as well as the playground to grow a lot of production of agriculture crops. Production, even though, so I will tell you a very interesting stat that India as a country is only using 60% of the total arable land. You see, with that 60% only, we are able to provide lot of countries with good volume of agriculture produce. We are exporting a lot. We are the largest exporter of pomegranate, banana, you say potato, lot of crops are, we are the largest producer, right? Grapes, you name it, like a lot of crops we are. So we are already trying to feed the world with our largest production of some crops. So those are some things, like without of using of much of tech, we have done it. Now you think of this, that we will be able to use vertical farming and precision farming, drone aerial imaging, drones spraying, all those things we are able to do it, and robotic weeders and whatnot. So we are able to increase our production at a very large scale. And also the supply chain is also giving us good support on the predictive analytics side, or all the automated warehousing with shelf life enhancers, different organic shelf life enhancers, chemicals that can enhance the shelf life, and also softwares which can track the shelf life of the fruit, or other. I come from fruits and vegetable horticulture background, so that's why I'm telling more about fruits and vegetables. But yeah, it's more of similar to other crops, grains and wheat, pulses, rice as well. But yeah, on the retail side, there are people who are using segmentation models, dark stores, AI powered inventory management, real time tracking. Those kind of technologies can help us become standardized and more productive in terms of efficiency, as well as giving more output. So those are some things. So we want to. So this is a thing. Where are we now? Sooner time we will be able to enhance a lot in terms of. Can you change the slide, please? So right now I've broken down the 40 years into 4 decades. So right now we are already in the industrialization decade, and the industrialization and mechanization is happening very fast, right? Which will get more advanced in the next decade. And a lot of AI and AI powered and smart machineries will be there in the next decade. We will be able to automate most of the agriculture, and we will be able to make a lot of production, and make it more productive, and we will be able to solve a lot of inefficiencies out of the agriculture value chain. And in 2050, what we forecast is, can you go backward? Yeah, please. So in 2050, the whole ecosystem will be able to get matured enough, so that we will be able to get good yield from the farm, get good seeds which can give us good production. There will be people who will be able to store it for the longer term, and the whole supply chain will be digitalized and standardized. Those kind of things can happen, and whatever is there in market, the demand, we will be able to produce that, and we will be able to make it more predictable and more standardized. So in 2060, we can definitely become the top producer of agricultural crops, beating China, and we will be able to feed the whole world with all these technologies that I've mentioned, like precision agriculture, vertical farming. All those things will play a huge role. Next slide, please. So AI, IoT, blockchain in this whole scenario will play a huge role. In AI, with AI, we will be able to make smart software, predictive analysis, all the we will be able to predict a lot of things. And let's say, so the problem here is we do not have a strong feedback system. Once we do the quality inspection on even on soil, water, or the production that happen using AI, with AI, we will be able to connect it, and we will be able to give the insightful information to the farmers, the production, and also the seed people, that this is what you need to produce and this is what the quality should be, right? So this is how we will be able to make a more self-sustaining supply chain with lesser and lesser wastage in the supply chain. So with AI, we will be able to do that. IoT is definitely, there are a lot of small devices and machine like Segritech and Udyog Yantra. They are connected to the cloud, and they are smart machines and smart hardwares with high precision. They are able to tell whatever is needed. They are telling us, right? Blockchain is definitely is a key factor in this whole supply chain, because most of the trade in agriculture happens on the trust, right? So we will be able to because not everyone can go directly on the other side and check the quality of the produce, right? So softwares will be able to tell the quality of the produce, and the whole supply chain will be traceable and transparent in sooner time. And yeah, it is a long way, but a lot of people are coming to agriculture and showing attention to the problems of agriculture, and solving it on a large scale. So I can see these things can happen in no time. Would like to tell you about wastage that happens in fruits and vegetable in India. It's like 50 million metric ton of wastage happens only for fruits and vegetables, and that amounts to $12 billion, which could be a big market size for any D2C company, right? So this kind of impact we can create in agriculture, sitting here and making innovative products, right? Thank you so much for listening me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the informative presentation from basic information of Indian agriculture to the comprehensive view of AI and ML and IoT. So this presentation will be useful for the participants. So the participants, if you have any questions, you can keep in chat box. The questions will be taken up after the second speaker presentation. So we should move to the next speaker presentation. So for moving, let me call my colleague Usha to introduce the second speaker.
Thank you, Rahalya. Good morning, one and all, and wish you all a very happy Ganesh Chaturthi. So, to talk on AI, ML, and IoT and future of smart farming in agriculture, we have our second speaker also. He is Mr. Ankur Jain, an alumnus of IIT Bombay and Delhi University. He has more than 15 years of experience across various technology majors like National Instruments, ST Microelectronics, and also currently he is founder of Udyogyantra.ai. So Udyogyantra.ai is a deep tech startup focused on enabling manufacturing and supply chain enterprise platform for food services through AI. He has a strong vision and strategy and very much experience in leadership, product strategy, and roadmap. So with this short introduction, I now welcome you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Ms. Usha.
Good. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good morning, everybody, and happy Ganesh Chaturthi to everybody. I will share my presentation. Do let me know once you are able to see it.
Yes, sir, we are able to see it.
Great. I think I will now talking about the market linkage part of the farming, where once you have the post-harvest, how can you use technologies to get a better price discovery and market linkage? So that is my area of expertise and focus. So building on from where Mr. Rathore left, this is an important statistics to understand. And जो आलू इंडिया में 5 या 10 रुपए टाइप मंडी पे बिकता है, it is almost rupees 142 rupees kg in US. Now, what you see, right? There is a QR coded packet of potatoes that gets traded. So these kind of, as Mr. Rathore said, right? They do the quality, and that quality traceability is established for every QR coded crate or a packet of fruits and vegetables that goes out. But it's not possible in India. Otherwise, it would have happened till now. The average farm size in US is 187 hectares. whereas in India it's 2 to 3 hectares, so almost 200 times bigger. And that is where mechanization and automation has found its way to US, which has not found a way in India. So the small and marginal condition of the farmers, which is 90% of the holding is small in India, that is where the problem lies, right? They are not able to directly either segregate for quality or broadcast their quality to the market. And they are really dependent on intermediate mandis on a price discovery. Now, the problem is that for fresh agribusiness, which is fruits and vegetables, the farmer really doesn't have any option. It's perishable, right? So he can't, he carries all his carries all his, I think, produce to the mandi and realizes that at the district headquarters, he's not getting the right price, but he doesn't have an option, right? With a perishable commodity, he can't go back to another mandi. So, and timely market access. So if, for example, he's not able to connect to the right market, again, the perishable produce doesn't get the right value. So I'll introduce something that we have been working on. It's sort of ensuring traceability in the trade. So quality sampling is different, like 1 to 2% of quality sampling that is normal in the trade. But I will now give you a demonstration of how technology, AI, IoT, and blockchain all come together to achieve a better market linkage. So these devices that you see, right, these are some things that we at Udyogentra got an opportunity to build, and we hold some patents also behind it. But fundamentally, this is the need of the small farmer and the small procurement center, where he can come with his produce, make it in a format in which it is tradable, which is crates or cartons, and then use the platform to take the image, weight, temperature, geo coordinates, and based on AI, grade that for quality, okay, and detect the defects, and then establish that as the quality for that particular crate or the shipment. So I think as Mr. Rathore said, right, the lack of trust is the reason why people don't pay for the premium quality, right? If a farmer is producing quality to raise his incomes, how does he broadcast that quality? And because of lack of trust, he's not able to do that. So this approach, I'll give you a demo now. This is where in a procurement center, a farmer has come with his produce in his truck, and he is getting it quality verified and getting procured. Okay, so every crate, so you see within 2 seconds, it's almost 6,000 tons of inward supply that has come, and they are grading. They are sort of not grading, but segregating for quality and doing the inwarding. So another demo in which you will see now another procurement center. So when the procurement comes, they segregate for quality, and then the QR code is established. So this is where the blockchain starts. Okay, so you see a QR code that will get printed. This QR code gets attached to the crate of the fresh produce. So the original visual that I showed you, this is how the large-scale mechanization of US can be applied to small and marginal farmers in India, where they do the quality traceability and establish that via the QR code that is attached to the crate or the shipment. So when somebody scans the QR code, he gets to see kitna garlic hai, usme kitna waxy hai, kitne lemon hai, usme kitna cranker spots hai, or sample by sample. So 20-20 kg alag-alag SKUs ka alag QR code hoga, and that is what brings the traceability in the trade. So sharing some more visuals, because this is something which is self-learning and it is in control of the farmer. How you train for quality, how you segregate quality. These all are something which has been scaled beyond 700 SKUs right now. Sharing few more visuals, you see AI working in action. So जैसे ही उस platform पे रखा, AI ने पहले डिटेक्ट किया कि कैप्सिकम है, ग्रीन कैप्सिकम है, सेकंड डिटेक्ट किया कि मिक्स ग्रेड है, थर्ड डिटेक्ट किया डिस्कलरेशन है, इसी तरह लेमन में, गार्लिक में, लोटस स्टेम में. Now I think it's nothing beyond human. Humans, this is what humans always do, right? What AI does, it removes the subjectivity between the middleman, the layers, and direct farmer and the buyer के बीच में trust आ जाता है, because now you have AI authenticated data in real time. So this intelligence is AI. मतलब चीजों को देख के human की तरह interpret करना, that is what is called AI. ये डेटा रियल टाइम जो आपने मशीन पे देखा, स्कैन करके कहीं पे जा रहा है क्लाउड में, राइट? ये मशीन इंटरनेट से कनेक्टेड है. सो दिस प्रोक्योरमेंट स्टेशन इज कनेक्टेड टू इंटरनेट. दिस बिकम्स इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग. इसको IoT बोलते हैं. इट्स अ थिंग कनेक्टेड टू इंटरनेट. ठीक है, तो ये सिंपल एक्सप्लेनेशन है टेक्नोलॉजी की. ये पूरी मशीन पहले अलग से चलती थी, इंटरनेट से कनेक्टेड नहीं थी, बट मोर एंड मोर इंफ्रा इज कनेक्टेड टू इंटरनेट. आप नियर फ्यूचर में देखेंगे मोस्ट ऑफ योर फार्मिंग इक्विपमेंट, ट्रैक्टर्स एंड ऑल विल बी आल्सो कनेक्टेड टू इंटरनेट. सो थिंग्स connected to internet is called IoT. AI interpreting the data, जो एक बारी सर्वर पे डेटा चला गया उसको इंटरप्रेट करना like human, that is called artificial intelligence, because वो human intelligence नहीं artificial है. And blockchain is जो हमने QR codes देखे थे, अब मेरा किस जियो कोऑर्डिनेट पे कौन से कैप्सिकम पे क्या QR कोड लगा था, वो किस टाइम प्रोक्योरमेंट सेंटर में, कब ट्रक पे पिकअप हुआ, कब डिस्पैच हुआ, कब रिसीव हुआ. That is blockchain. When you link everything one after the other, which cannot be changed. So उस particular capsicum की shipment या lotus stem की shipment को alter, उसकी journey को alter ही नहीं कर सकते. That is blockchain. It's so secure in terms of the record transitions that have happened. And the starting point is the QR code. ठीक है? So sharing more visuals, this is where you see tomato, carrot, black spots being detected. So ऐसा नहीं है कि ट्रेड नहीं होगा, बट नाउ यू आर गिविंग द बायर और द प्रोक्योरमेंट सेंटर अ ट्रस्ट कि देखिए मैं ट्रांसपेरेंट हूँ, मेरे सैंपल में 10% ब्लैक स्पॉट्स हैं और इसका रेट 30 रुपए केजी नहीं होगा, मैं 28 रुपीज केजी लगाऊंगा. सो एंड द सेम वाइस वर्सा. सी द अदर वाइस वर्सा अप्रोच इज, इन माय शिपमेंट आई थिंक इट्स अ हाई क्वालिटी स्पिनच and broadly there is hardly any insect damage here. So I will charge 20 rupees kg instead of 15 rupees kg, what everybody else is bringing to the mandi, right? Yellow spinach leaves. Then you have overripe fruit, Nagpur oranges. Matlab shipment ke timing certain ripening rehni chahiye, right? So that is where these establish AI authenticated trade, where data is not disputable, there is trust, and it leads to high quality, I would say, trade and better price discovery. ठीक है? So I hope आपको टेक्नोलॉजी का ओवरऑल समझ में आया होगा. एटलीस्ट इन पोस्ट ट्रेड, पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी क्या रोल प्ले कर सकती है. जो भी ट्रेड हो रहा है उसको रियल टाइम बायर सेलर में, जैसे आप यू ऑर्डर फ्रॉम फूड डिलीवरी ऐप, राइट? इट्स अ रियल टाइम कनेक्शन बिटवीन द रेस्टोरेंट and the customer. So similarly between the farmer and the buyer, that too for small and micro farmers, if that can happen, that is what the technology enables. So as Mr. Rathore said, right, how India will grow. So India में अभी तक अगर कोई small marginal farmer अच्छी quality produce कर रहा है, he had no way to broadcast it to the market and get a better price. So if somebody is producing premium oranges or Alfonso Mongos, again, all through mandis it operates, but he doesn't have the direct access to the market. And that is where these platforms become like your micro mandis. आप इमेजिन कीजिए, बड़ी मंडी में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, हर विलेज लेवल पे एक विलेज लेवल एंटरप्रेन्योर एस्टैब्लिश कर सकता है कि सारा प्रोड्यूस जो उसको भी मेरे पास लाना है, मेरे पास ये डिवाइस रहेगा, डिवाइस छोड़ दीजिए, एक ए टेक्नोलॉजी रहेगी जो क्वालिटी और मार्केट को लिंक करेगी और ऑन द स्पॉट आपको राइट प्राइस दिलाएगी विद द बायर एनीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड, राइट? सो एंड द बायर विल हैव ट्रेसेबिलिटी, जो QR कोड्स निकलेंगे वेयर एंड हाउ द मटेरियल इज गेटिंग प्रोक्योर्ड एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. सो ये जो मंडीज का कॉन्सेप्ट है, राइट, एग्री मंडीज, जिसमें रियली मतलब फार्मर को तो रियली कुछ नहीं मिलता, बिकॉज फार्मर तक से जब प्रोक्योर होता है और जब सेल होता है क्वालिटी में बहुत डिफरेंस आ जाता है. So I think this is where this is the village level access of technology that is possible, where again village level entrepreneurs हो सकते हैं, किसी को भी business शुरू करना है village में, it could be the panchayats, it could be the cooperatives, it could be the FPO offices, जो ये सब I think farmer को better market linkage में दे सकते हैं. So अभी जो e-NAM का flow है, e-मंडी का flow है, it is based on एक sampling based quality चलती है, but it is more applicable for grains rather than fresh fruits and vegetables, right? Fresh fruits and vegetables में sampling ज़्यादा work नहीं करते because again it's a highly perishable commodity. So that's where we propose for fruits and vegetables a concept of an agri-mandi powered by AI, which establishes the real-time linkage. So that's where I think I will not go into more details, but fundamentally technologies like these, they cost less than 5 paisa per kg if doing aggregation at a village level. So that's where I would like to end my presentation and we can take questions, if any.
Thank you, sir, for discussing how Udyogi Yantra technology work by using artificial intelligence and IoT, and how it tracing the 100% quality of the perishable vegetables, and also how the farmer direct procurement occurs, and also for discussing the different procurement centers. So this presentation will be definitely useful for the participants. So now we will move on to the next session, that is a question answer session. So the participants, if you have any questions, you can ask sir directly. So we are going to unmute you, or you can raise your hands, or you can keep your questions in chat box. So there is already few questions in the chat box. So I think we can take up those questions, sir. Hitendra sir, are you there? Hitendra sir?
Yes, I'm
Yes, thank you. So there is a question from Belli Venkatesh. So he is asking, any AI technology enterprise in India to implement new technology in organic production unit?
For organic production unit, there are like companies like Two Brothers Organic Farm, and also some of the FPOs who are highly into organic farming. There are like NGOs. There are enablers of organic farming in Bangalore or Hyderabad as well. So there are promoting organic farming like anything. So those kind of people are there.
Uncle sir, is there anything from your side?
So adding on to what Mr. Rathore said, organic farming has multiple aspects, right? How do you procure the seeds? How you grow the crops? What kind of fertilizers are putting there? And finally the produce. So organic farming is organic because of the traceability of the right trade practices, right farming practices, and that's where I would say that I think you need to look at technologies and firms which give you that traceability, and you can establish that certificate of proof. I did follow organic farming practices to come up with this batch of farm output. So it is, I would say it's, I think it's a question of traceability and IoT and AI technologies, which can enable you establish that traceability might be also one area to look at rather than just looking for somebody who's helping me do organic farming using AI. So to break down karna chahiye problem ko. Organic farming may trust is the biggest gap, is what I feel.
Thank you, sir. I think Venkatesh, you got the answers. So there's one more question from our participants. So they're asking, is there any franchise option available for young entrepreneurs working in artificial intelligence and machine learning? I think anyone can take up this question.
So he's asking for opportunities. He want to work, right?
Yes, sir.
Or like he want to join some company.
He's asking, is there any franchise option available for young entrepreneur? I think he wants to work
Franchise, okay.
regarding AI and ML. Yes.
Right. So definitely there are we as a SegriTech, we are finding people who can, enable our solution into the rural and, at the farm level. There are some village entrepreneurs who are reaching out to us, and we are helping them to make a franchise for, sorting, grading, packing house, small packing house for the rental model, as well as the people who are, trying to install as many machines in the farm level. We are helping them to make a business out of it. Other than that, I think there are some drone companies. I can, whoever is interested, you can reach me out. I can connect you with. So some drone companies also helping those, rural entrepreneurs and the people who want to make a franchise business. They can, start this and, sell drones and train other people, and also, do the drone spraying or drone seeding. Those kind of things they can do in the village level. Other than that, I think Udyog Yantra is also helping rural entrepreneurs.
Thank you, sir. So, and there is one question from Vardhaman. So he's asking, do you facilitate B2C transaction, also any predictive model of prices? I think this question is to Ankul Jain, sir.
Yeah, so in B2C model, I think the same data of quality is further used in the retail and B2C models. B2C is fundamentally a business procuring fresh fruits and vegetables, selling to customers. So yes, the same technology can be used and is being used in validating B2C quality and the price point at which that quality is being sold.
Yes, sir. And the same question also, they are asking whether these missions are available at village level collection centers, like that they're asking, and also they're asking cost of the mission.
Yeah, so I think the cost of the machine varies from the kind of number of SKUs that need to go through it, but fundamentally it costs around 30,000 to 40,000 rupees per month on a subscription basis. Yeah, and it's available for village level entrepreneurs to set up small micro mandis to help farmers broadcast their quality and enable trade.
Thank you, sir. So, and there is one more question from Prabhu. So he's asking, what is the scope of blockchain in the livestock trade and fresh meats?
Mr. Rathore, you want to go for that? Or should I?
So blockchain is, as Ankur was also saying, is more of bringing trust into the supply chain, and trackability, live tracking also can be done using blockchain, and this could be secure and trustworthy because you cannot alter it. Once it is uploaded on the cloud or on the any platform, you cannot edit the status of that particular thing. So let's say if you are into livestock or aqua farming or those kind of things, then this the health of the livestock is very important, right? So you have to do the live tracking or monitoring of the livestock or whatever cattle you are having. And on the selling side for meat industry or aqua farming, fish and all, so for that, definitely you need to check the spoilage or the wastage in that. You would definitely want to keep the whole shelf life to be very high, right? So if it is tracked properly on a blockchain platform, and also the same data is shared with the stakeholders, definitely there could be huge efficiency in the whole thing, and people who are selling it can get good price out of it.
Thank you, sir. There is one more question from Ravindra Kumar. So he's asking, can these missions check the quality of only upper layer products or lower layer in the that karate? So he's asking this question. I think this question.
Yeah.
Ankur Jain, sir?
Yeah, so I think the answer is it will only see what is on the top, but to establish traceability in the trade, the depth of the crates is decreasing. So now you see apples, first they used to come in multi-layered stack. Now they're coming in a single layer stack, right? So I think when you need 100% traceability, you need the entire SKU or the packaging to be visible so that the trade could be based on validation. If it's below the layers, nobody can authenticate. So, and that's where the trade deficit and the trade trust deficit comes in. So fresh fruits and vegetables is going to a single layer trade for better price discovery, be it grapes, be it apples, be it oranges. And that's where they walk hand in hand with the technology, right? The technology is there to authenticate the top layer. So they are now improvising the supply chains to make it a single layer shipment when they package it. Also, even if it's assumed that it's not single layer, in the absence of this, we are looking at 1 to 2% sampling. That's the Mandi standard. But if assume that you have every crate has 3 layers, okay, so still you're doing 33% sampling as compared to 2% sampling. So almost 16 times jump in the number of samples that have been validated. So again, the answer is mixed. In either case, it increased to drastic increase in traceability. If it's a single layer, it is 100%. If it's a 3 layer, it's 33%. Still way better than 1 to 2%, which is the current norm in the industry.
Thank you, sir. So that is a perfect answer. So, and there is a question to Hitendra, sir. They're asking, how is AI building trust in exports, and is there any licensed medium through which the import party is cross-checking the given parameters? Up to which level or percentage AI technology will replace labs?
Got it. So I would like to first tell for the last question, the AI is also coming from the lab, right? So we are doing high research and iterations and product development so that we can bring it from the lab to the land or lab to the market, right? So first thing is that. Other than that, how export could be impacted is you see once you enable AI for quality inspection, you can segregate or you can grade the quality in different categories. Now let's say for domestic market, for domestic market itself, there are different requirements from the buyer side. So there are buyers for quality grade A, there are buyers for quality grade B, C, D, different, let's say for Bangalore supermarket, they need quality grade A, right? And for the rural kind of places where economy is little lesser, there we can provide them or they basically require grade C or grade sometimes grade D. So those kind of different grades are required from different buyers with given geographies, right? And also I would like to tell you that once it is tracked or data is uploaded onto the platform, basically wastage can be reduced in such a way that all the people who collect wastage can directly tap the person that this is where in the Maharashtra or let's say in Telangana, this is where the place where I can collect the most out of most wastage. People are making leather out of wastage. People are making different fabric. People are making biogas out of wastage. Fruits and vegetable wastage, and there are different other applications on the export side. So as you grade the fruits and vegetables at the farm level, you know what are all standards that US require, Singapore require, or other countries require. So you can definitely get connected with different channels. There are exporters, there are government bodies, there are enablers by which you can go and tap them that okay, I want to sell to this to let's say Dubai. So that's how you can make a informed decision that I have grade A, 40% of grade A out of the total production that I have done. So I can sell this to Dubai, and other than grade A, I can sell it to Bangalore or maybe different mandis where the requirement is coming from, right? So like that, definitely grading can increase the prices for farmers, as well as increase the export, as I've given you the use case. That's how you can increase the export from the farm level.
Thank you, sir. So, and there is a question from Saurabh Mitra. So he's asking, this question is to Ankur Jain sir. So he's asking how you validate from government and local mandis are connected because government had their own rates.
Yeah. So the whole objective of market linkage is to remove that layer and get the direct buyer and the seller connected. So yeah, exactly. So when the buyer and the seller is directly connected, both discover better prices rather than going through the government-based mandis. So yeah, we don't validate the rates through government. We are just a technology enabler which connects the buyer and the seller, removing the middle layers. We are not something who, again, I'm not an expert on pricing. I'm not an expert on market price discovery. It's the technology which enables the connect. And I don't have more knowledge than each of the farmer community that is out there. We are purely technology enabling farmers. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So there are plenty of questions in chat box, and there is one question from Akash Sasindra. So he's asking any smart technology evolving around beekeeping. I think anyone can take up this question.
I'm not aware. I will let Mr. Rathod
So it's like not technologies, but definitely there are small devices, small sensors. So there are boxes for bee farming or growing bees, right? So there are boxes in a farm placed all over the farm, and you try to keep it for so many days, feed it for different things, and you take care out of that. So you to monitor that what is happening inside the box, you can place different sensors and different small devices that has not been made till now, but definitely there is a scope of building some this kind of technology which could be very beneficial for those kind of farmers who do the beekeeping.
Thank you, sir. And
Alia,
one more question. Yes.
a few of the participants have raised their hands. So
Yes, I
can
think
we take
we
them?
can. Yeah, can you able to unmute them?
Yeah. Mr. Venkatnath, are you there? Mr. Saurabh Mitra, are you there?
So the participants, we are unmuting you, so you can ask the questions.
My question is both of you. Actually, I want to know that is there any API based integration in your technology? We had a local system in many villages directly. We directly approached there, and we had complete hierarchy, district, block, and gram panchayat. So, is there any API based process in your tech? If we purchase your machines, yeah, if we take your machines and deploy in rural areas, so is it possible that we integrate your application in our software or application for monitoring?
Yeah, I got your question. So basically, what we do is we take all the data from machine and we publish it on our mobile application that we have.
Okay.
But maybe later we can figure out some model for business models where we can outsource this, and we can give the APIs to other people to get use of.
Okay. Actually, I send you proposals from my side to both of companies, and please go through it. We had a big network in rural areas in a panchayat level. So if we
Sure.
conclude it, then we will make a big deal on it.
Sure. We will have a look at it.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Usha ma'am, anyone is there who raised the hands?
Yeah. Mr. Kaza Nazimuddin, are you there?
Aza Nazimuddin, you want to ask any question?
Mr. Jaitirtha, are you there? So
So shall we take the questions in chat box?
Chat box, yeah,
So
we can
we'll take
continue.
2 more questions so that we can wind up the session. So there is a question from Anshu. She is asking how much technology penetration is there in rural India?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Rathore.
sir, go first. Yeah.
I think the technology penetration is lot driven by 4G and 5G adoption and smartphones. To the context in which most of the B2B players are finding their growth strategies in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So yes, I think the penetration again continues to be driven by rising mobile computing. From the tech side, I'm giving an answer, and I will request Mr. Rathore to add a bit to it. But I think the affordability of the smartphones and the data that is driving this adoption. Secondly, uh, the level of education was earlier limited to certain government institutes only. Now, farming education is democratized and it is now available on YouTube and social media. So those are two things which we think are driving the adoption of technology. On a more fundamental level, now technology is decentralized, which means that as Mr. Rathore is also building small affordable machines for sorting. So rather than just aiming for the large farm sizes and large mechanization, the decentralized intelligence, which is IoT, it is taking the data and sending it to cloud. There is no need for a very high-end computer to be there in the rural level, right? That is what made it unaffordable. So IoT, AI, these are two fundamental technologies which are ensuring the penetration in the rural areas, and mobile phone is the example for that. So, Mr. Rathore, yeah.
Definitely. Technology, when we say technology penetration, then we have to, break it down into pieces like what are all technologies we are talking about. Is it mobile apps? Is it, the IoT devices, small devices? Is it big machines? What is it we are talking about? So if you talk about overall the mobile app or application based technologies, then the internet penetration is like 52% right now in the rural India. And if you ask me for the mechanization part or the hardware machines in India, then definitely this is at very nascent stage. And we are also early players. Udyog Yantra and companies like us, they are very early players who are making dent into the industry by starting the mechanization. But definitely, as I presented in the presentation as well, that this decade is the industrialization decade, and the next decade, the 2040 one, will be playing a huge role in advancing that mechanization that will happen now. And definitely in 15 years down the line, we will be able to achieve that high penetration, definitely more than 50-60% for the hardware machine uses in rural India.
Thank you, sir. So we'll take one last question so that we can wind up the session. So there's a question from Venkatanath. So he's asking, is there any technology for tracing out whether the product is organic or inorganic?
So the answer lies in traceability only. So Rathore ji, you can say that. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some NIR spectroscopy techniques by which they tell whether the fruit is organically grown, or is it like the pesticide one, artificially grown. And also there are AI algorithms and some technologies which can tell artificial ripeness also, right? So yeah. On to Ankur, if you would like to add
No,
anything.
I think, yeah, I think in terms of end produce check, these spectroscopy solutions do help. And in addition to that, before the trade, if the establishment could be done that nothing was used even at a seed level to get to this quality of produce. So it's an end-to-end traceability. Basically, आप जो भी supply chain में कर रहे हैं, seed से लेके practices for crop monitoring, finishing produce, at every stage अगर आपके पास data होगा और customer buyer वो data पे trust कर पाएगा, then you establish that it's organic. Organic has not been able to, in my firm belief, as a buyer, you don't trust to pay 40% higher on organic because you don't trust whether it was actually organic or no namesake organic. So I would say traceability record of the entire value chain, which is IoT again coming into picture, and cloud. These can also add in addition to the end level quality checks that are there in terms of pesticide usage.
Thank you, sir. So Usha ma'am, I think one participant he is asking to unmute. So shall we do or shall we wind up the session?
We'll just unmute. Last question can we take, sir? Is it okay to both of you, sir?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
No problem.
So one last question. Jayatidda, so are you available?
Mr. Jayatirth, are you available?
So we don't have enough time. Can you please ask the question?
Unmute. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Please
you are
go ahead.
audible.
Yeah. I am Dr. Jayati Diwan from University of Agriculture Sciences, Dharwad. I'm a faculty here. Just wanted to know what is the present status of the robotic weeders. So in one of the presentations you have mentioned, so because it's very much required at the crop production level.
Very nice question, sir. So the thing is like the present status of the advancement in robotic weeder is like there is a best company in US called Carbon Robotics or something called Carbon Robotics in US, and then in India, Harvested Robotics is one of the company in Hyderabad. X Machine is one company in Hyderabad itself, and there are a lot of companies which are doing mechanical weeding, right? So laser weeding, Carbon Robotics is the has set up a mark and benchmark in the industry, and a lot of affordable machines and small weeders are coming for the mechanical weeder, as well as for Harvested Robotics is a company I know is my known who has made an attachment which is a laser weeder which can attach with a tractor, and you can do the laser weeding in your farm.
Yeah, that's very good information. Another thing I just wanted to add the things here. I am from University of Agriculture, Dharwad. We are having very good Krishi Mela from 21st of September to 24th. So it will be very grand Mela. So if anybody of you are interested to showcase your technologies, so you are most welcome. So just this is a piece of information I just wanted to share.
Thank
Definitely.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So thank you, participants, for all your questions. I'm sorry, I'm unable to take few questions also because we have to wind up the session exactly by 12 o'clock. So no problem. Still, if you have any questions, you can contact the speakers. For the speaker, email ID, contact details are shared in chat box, so you can directly contact them. So they'll help you for sure. And apart from this, also from manage side, I have exciting update for you. So this year, digital marketing skills for agri startups for 7th batch applications open. So to help the startups and entrepreneurs to develop a sound understanding of digital marketing. So actually, it is a 2-week online training program. So if you want to learn about it, so you can apply for it. So the last date for application is 10 September. And also before concluding the session, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to both the speakers for their informative session, and also to all the participants for the active engagement, and also made this session so like interactive. And also I would like to thank my director, Dr. Sarvananda sir, and also my team for hosting this event successfully. And do not forget to give feedback of this webinar. The link is shared in group, and also do not forget to register for upcoming webinar, and do not forget to follow us on social media. So see you next week with another exciting topic. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Uncle sir and Hitendra sir. It was a nice session.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Hitendra sir and Ankur Jain sir. Even though it is festival, you have joined and given your valuable insights to all our participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Usha.
so
Thank you
much.
so much to the
Thank you.
whole Manage team, and happy Ganesh Chaturthi.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you, sir.
Happy Ganesh
And also
Chaturthi.
participant, thank you all.